All right, welcome back to another half Ironman training video. We're gonna change things up a little bit this week, okay? Previously, what I've been doing is I've uploaded every single individual workout as its own video. And it's a little bit chaotic. It's kind of hard to keep up with. It's hard to edit all those videos independently, so we're gonna switch things up. Now we're just gonna upload one video per week. Each video will have every single workout that we did that week all in that one video. And then we just walk through the week together, what every workout looked like and what the goal for that week was. I think it's gonna be a little bit more structured. It'll kind of be a little bit more meat in each video rather than just kind of like a 1,000-yard swim as one video, you know, so we have a little bit more to go over. Now, this week in particular, this is week 3 of the training plan. This is Thanksgiving week, so I only got 5 workouts in this week, so not exactly the week that we want to see, but it's better than nothing, you know, especially on a Thanksgiving week where I'm traveling and with family and everything else. Something is better than nothing. Moving forward, I'm going to need some better weeks than 5 workouts a week. Now, looking forward, we had a run on Monday, followed by a bike on Tuesday, a swim, and a pull day on Wednesday, and then we had finished off the run on Friday. Had to get one workout in after that Thanksgiving dinner. I absolutely stuffed myself. So those were the 5 workouts. We'll walk through each and every one of them individually, starting with the Monday run. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Monday, November 24th, we have a 6-mile run. I'm actually 2 miles into the run right now. I apologize, it's dark out. I'm gonna have to keep stopping because the flashlight's in my face. Did the first 2 miles with the Macy fucking Weltershide. We did some intervals, first 2 miles, so it was run, half mile, and then walk for 0.15, and then run hard for 0.35. And we do that back and forth until we hit 2 miles. So a little complicated, but whatever. Now, Macy stopped at the house after 2. I'm going for another 4 to finish out the 6. And for these last 4, I keep saying this, but not super structured right now. Just go out and get the miles in. All right, we'll see you guys here in another couple miles. All right, just finished up mile 4. The second 2 miles were actually very, very quick. We had something like an 8:30 and then a sub 8-minute mile at 7:58 for mile 4. So really feeling pretty good right now. Obviously, mile 5 is gonna be slower because I'm taking a walk break right now. But, all right, hold on, there's limbs here somewhere. Dude, that's the problem with at nighttime taking videos is I can't see anything with the camera directly in my face. You know what I mean? Like that light right in my face. So when it shines a light in your face, when it's dark out like this, you can't see a damn thing. So that's what I'm fighting right now, just trying to stay on the sidewalk. Anyways, mile 5, obviously is gonna be a little bit slower, taking a walk break right now. But once I start running again, the goal is really gonna kind of be to continue running all the way until the end at mile 6. It feels great out right now. It's low 60s and might be chilly any other time, but while you're running, it's fucking perfect, you know? So feeling really good, legs feel good. Once I start running again, hopefully I don't have to take another walk break until I'm finished up, and mile 6 will be another good fast mile. But we will see you guys at the end. Let's try and finish this thing out strong. All right, 6-mile run has been finished up. The last 2 miles were, well, I was gonna say the best 2 miles, but mile 5 was actually probably the slowest one. It was like 11:30 or something like that. I ended up taking 2 walk breaks that mile. One at the beginning when I was taking that video, and the other one towards the end just because I really wanted like a fast mile 6. And I took a walk break right before I started mile 6 just to make sure I was fully rested up for it, which is kind of dumb. I don't like doing things just for the numbers, like to see how fast I went, but it does kind of feel good to go fast and get a fast lap in. So mile 6 ended up being the fastest one at 7:42, maybe. I'll throw it up on the screen. All right, really quickly, just so we can deep dive into some specifics with this run, here are a couple graphs we can take a look at. At the top, again, is elevation, pace, and heart rate are the 3 main graphs we're gonna take a look at. Obviously, the biggest one is gonna be pace. So we are going to make this one a little bit bigger and take a look at it. Now, starting out, you can see here are the intervals that I was talking about that me and Macy were doing, where we would run for, this was a first half-mile run, took a walk break right at half a mile, and then would run for 0.35, so all the way up to 1 mile, or excuse me, we would walk for 0.15 and then run for 0.35 all the way up to 1 mile, walk for 0.15, and then run for 0.35 up to half a mile. And we did that for the first 2 miles. Now, here's where we kind of had a lot of fun. I held about an 8-minute mile pace all the way from 2.3 miles all the way up to 4 miles. So for 1.7 miles, this pace was really, really positive. And you can see I dropped down to 8.5 minute miles, back up to 7.5 minute miles. And so this pace was really, really positive, and I was really happy with this. There was one point here where I got a little bit slower. I'm not sure what exactly that was. I must have taken a quick walk break at some point for something. But other than that, the pace was extremely good. And here is mile 5. And you can see this is where I took that first walk break to take the video at the beginning of mile 5, and took one more walk break at the end of mile 5 so I could really hit it hard on mile 6. And that's a road crossing right there that I dropped down to 11-minute miles. But mile 6, we can come back down here and take a look at the laps. Oh, look, you can see run walk. You can take a look at laps here. And this mile 6 right here, you can see the average pace was 7:43 for that mile 6. Fantastic lap. Extremely excited about that one. That felt really, really good. But the last thing that I enjoy looking at, just because it coincides so heavily, if you overlay this with heart rate, look at how quickly your heart rate adjusts when you start running versus when you're taking those walk breaks. I mean, as soon as we started walking, the heart rate drops. And then boom, as soon as we start running, it rises again. And it just coincides so well. I just think this looks really pretty. So I figured I'd show you guys. So whenever we start doing some heart rate runs where I go for zone 2 for the first 5 minutes and then zone 4 for 4 minutes or something like that, we'll take a look at the heart rate and actually go through what exactly our heart rate looks like throughout the entire run. But that's the run for you guys. And yeah, we'll get back to the video. All right, Tuesday, November 25th, it is time for our bike ride. Now, it is 4:30 right now. I wanted to get 25 miles in. 25 miles would at least be an hour and a half, right? And it's 4:35 right now. It'll be 4:40 before I actually get going. Golly, so that would put me at 6:10. I'm not sure if the sun will be up at 6:10. So here's quite literally what I'm going to do is I'm gonna look at what time the sun sets. And if it sets an hour from now, I'll ride out 30 minutes and ride back 30 minutes. Because I don't want to ride once it's dark out, if I'm being completely honest. That sucks. I would typically be okay riding once it's dark out if, you know, I've got like at least a flashlight or something on my bike, or I know that the area is lit up and I'll be okay. But this path is along these railroad tracks, and these railroad tracks I'm pretty sure go through some pretty empty spots. I think there's a lot of spots where there's no lights whatsoever, and at that point you're just riding in pitch black, and that's like brutal. So I'm gonna try and just make it back right as the sun sets. So originally I wanted it to be 25 miles. I'm not sure if it actually will be. We'll see what happens. I'll have to check what time actually, let's just see where real quick. So sun sets, fuck. The sun sets in less than an hour. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I gotta go. The sun sets in 45 minutes. I'll just go for an hour. Fuck it, we'll do 15 minutes at night. I can't be on the bike for less than an hour. That's not even worth going out. So I'll go out for an hour. Sun sets in 40, golly, dude. That sucks. Why does the sun set at 5:22 in the afternoon? That's brutal, that's brutal. I've barely been outside today because I've been working all day. Oh man, the winter sucks, man. The winter sucks. All right, so we gotta be fast. We gotta be fast. We gotta go get our hour bike in and then be done. I originally wanted, I'm pretty sure on my spreadsheet I wanted it to be 25 miles. Obviously, it's not gonna happen now. We'll just go out for an hour and get as far as we can in an hour. So, I mean, that being said, I'll push pretty hard for an hour. You know what I mean? I'll see if I can't get like an 18 mile per hour or something stupid like that. But that's a little disappointing. All right, let's go do it. I will see you guys probably about halfway through. I'll take one more video and I'll let you guys know how it's going and what we're looking like. Let's go get it done. It's been basically this kind of the whole way, you know? And that's a really nice looking trail. I mean, that looks great. The only problem is there's several times, I think I said before, this is it goes along a railroad tracks, right? So there's several times where I have to cut across the railroad tracks. Didn't think that would be a big deal, but every time they do it, they have gates. So you have to get off your bike and jump off, open the gate, walk through, and then close the gate behind you. So it kind of messes with the kind of rhythm of your ride. I'm gonna turn around really quickly here. And not only does it mess with the rhythm of your ride, but it just slows you down so much, right? Like, I turned around at 30 minutes. I've gone a little over 7.5 miles, which means I'm averaging a 15 mile per hour pace. Now, I wish I wish I could see how fast I was averaging when I'm actually biking, because I've had to stop and get off the bike a couple times. And then obviously some bigger road crossings and things like that where I had to stop and wait for 60 seconds for, you know, cars to stop coming by. So I'm averaging about 15 miles per hour right now. That is a slow estimation of what's actually been done today, but it is what it is. Now, the sun sets in like 10 minutes. So we've got 30 minutes to get back. Sun sets in 10, 20 minutes of, you know, kind of darkness. Probably won't be dark the whole time. I mean, after the sun sets, you really get another 10, 15 minutes of light outside, right? So I'll probably be front in the darkness for maybe 5, 10 minutes. Hopefully that's it. But as you guys can see, there are no light posts. There's no nothing, right? It is just straight up trail. And so once it gets dark, I'm worried that it's gonna get dark quick, you know what I mean? Now, last thing I'll say, the only other worry right now is that it felt like for the first 7.5 miles, it was mainly downhill. So I'm worried that the 7.5 miles going back is gonna be mainly uphill. It might take me much longer than 30 minutes. If that's the case, then I really will be fighting the dark for a minute there. And if I'm riding in the dark, it is gonna be slow. So I'm really gonna try and push on the way back. It's just 7.5 miles, 30 minutes. And we'll see you guys at the car. See if we can't get some light in here. Well, the bike has been finished up. Oh God, did I stop my watch? I didn't, dude. That's so frustrating. God damn it. My watch has been running. See, now it says I averaged 14 miles an hour, and that's not the case. I did 15.16 in an hour, and then I sat here for 5 minutes with it running. And in reality, I was riding faster than 15 miles per hour the whole time too, just because, you know, like I said earlier, with all the stops and road crossings and railroad crossings, it adds quite a bit of time to the ride. So, and as you guys can see, the sun has been set for a little while. It's just now getting dark. Now, it doesn't look too dark right here. We're in a parking lot with a bunch of, you know, lights all around and everything else. Out in the, you know, on that trail where it's nothing but trees, it does get a little bit darker. So I was kind of glad to get done when I did. All right, so really quickly, we can take a look at a couple of these graphs right here real quick. This top one is elevation. Whenever I said that I thought that the first half of the bike was downhill and I'd be going uphill on the way back, that was almost completely false. The thing was about as flat could be. And I kind of realized that on the way back. There was a couple small hills, but total elevation gain was only 360 feet total. So really nothing of note. This is about as flat as a bike as you could possibly ask for. The thing I really want to take a look at here is speed. Okay, so I'm actually going to enlarge this one. Now speed, you can see here, any time that this blue line hits 0 is me stopping. This is obviously slowed down quite a bit right here, but stopping. These are all road crossings or turning around or crossing the railroad tracks or something like that. So whenever you stop and go down to 0 so many times in a row, it really heavily affects that pace. And you can see even throughout the ride, there's not many points we can stay fast for an extended period of time. You can see I pushed whenever I could, getting above 20 miles per hour as often as I possibly could. But while I'm actually biking, I want to say the average is probably somewhere around 18 miles per hour, something like that. Right around here, look, that's 18.6 right there. This is the turnaround point where I took that video. So, of course, over that little 5-minute section, I kind of took it very, very slow and just focused on filming and not wrecking the bike. But beyond that, I'm really pretty happy with what the pace looks like in general, other than having to stop so often and really slow down for these road crossings. But now, with all that being said, the film from the car actually got a little bit messed up. So this will be it for the day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for the next workout. All right, Tuesday, November 26th, we have a swim. So this is the same spot we swam at last time. This is exactly where the race is gonna take place. I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's a beach right over there. And that beach is the start point and the transition point for the half Ironman. So we're actually gonna be swimming almost exactly what the race is gonna be today. Not the same distance. We're gonna go about 1,500 yards probably. But this is perfect practice. You know what I mean? It's a little bit chillier. I think in March it's gonna be about the same temperature in the lake as it is in November. Hopefully, because it's not too bad right now. But yeah, I figure I'll just take a video while I'm getting ready. But I'm actually gonna try to take you guys with me on this swim. It may be kind of tough. Golly, this thing's just a little bit too small for me, man. It might be kind of tough, but I have a little handheld thing that floats, and I might tie it to my leg and see if that works. So if it does, I'll take a video halfway through. If not, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But either way, we'll be getting to swim in. Holy shit, dude. Oh, this is gonna be really tough by myself. Dang it. Yes, got it, motherfucker. Come on. Yes. Come on all the way. Yes, I got it. Holy shit, that was tough. Okay. Golly, I'm out of breath already, just trying to get ready to go. The water temp right now is in the 60s for sure. I checked it, what was that, 3 or 4 days ago? It was like 62, 63 in the water. So I'm assuming it's gonna be very, very similar because the weather hasn't changed all that much. It's gotten a little bit cooler, so maybe it's a couple degrees cooler than it has been, but not too bad. And last time we swam in it, once you get a few strokes in, you actually start going, it's really not that bad. So, let's go ahead and get this done, and we'll probably see you guys halfway. I'm gonna bring you. So if all of a sudden the quality of the video drops to nothing and you don't see me till a car ride back, you'll know that I lost my GoPro on this swim. I don't expect that happening. Let's go get it done. All right, halfway through the swim. I'll tell you what, I think the water is colder today than it was a few days ago because I can't feel my hands or face, and it wasn't that way the other day. So, but so far so good. You can see right here, this right here is where the swim will start, and then I'll go out. Shoot, I don't even know how far, but I'm just following these buoys along here. During the actual race, it's going to go further out and then over and then back, and it's going to end kind of where I started, and it's starting right here. So even if I'm not getting the full distance in today, it's still great practice, and kind of utilize that home field advantage a little bit, you know what I mean? All right, with all that being said, I'm going to end this video and get back to swimming because I'm fucking chilly right now, dude. It's cold. But the GoPro's hanging on pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and send it on back, and we'll see you guys back in the car. Swim has been finished up. It was 25 minutes in the water. Now on race day, I'm hoping I'm faster than 50 minutes in the water, but you know, today was a little bit slower. Had to mess with the GoPro a couple times. I didn't stop it at the halfway point, so it may say 25 minutes, but I can be faster than that, and I will be by the time the race rolls around. So all in all, it was a good swim. I'm glad we went out and did it, even though it's cold and now I'm freezing. I'm sure it looks sunny and nice on the camera, but it is chilly, dude. And I'll tell you what, my feet aren't liking it one bit. Now the swim's all finished up. We're gonna go hit a quick back day in the gym, and then we'll call it for the day. Feel that. No, keep that shit. It was a great day. Wednesday, the 27th has been finished up. 27th? 26th, excuse me. You forget how hard the gym is right after a swim. The swim just exhausts your upper body so much, especially after, or especially an outdoor swim like that. Like, your upper body is just so exhausted getting out of that water. And you really don't realize it until you go and try and hit some back. And like, the first movement I did was cable lat pull downs. It was brutal right after hitting that that's outdoor swim. You know, it just really exhausted my upper body. So it didn't go quite as heavy in the gym today as we would have liked to, but still a great workout. I mean, it made it much easier to take things to failure when your back's already exhausted. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't get the weight that I wanted to do, but it was still a good lift. So actually, while we're here, I'll throw up everything I did in the gym. I'm not sure if I'll be able to throw up everything for the swim. I'll throw up at least the time and kind of pace that I went at, but this watch is not great for an outdoor swim. It does indoor swims and laps really well, but the outdoor swim, it's not, doesn't quite do it it doesn't quite do it justice. I wish I had a map or something, but it's basically just a timer, you know, with this venue too. The newer Garmin watches do really well with outdoor swims, but I have an older one, so not quite there yet. Tomorrow will be no workout for sure, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And there are things, unfortunately, that come before training for the triathlon, Thanksgiving being one of them. We'll be in the car for 5 hours. We'll get to, you know, Macy's family's place and immediately go to Thanksgiving dinner. So there's no workout for sure happening tomorrow. Friday and Saturday we'll still be out of town, but I'm hoping to get a run in and one more lift. I won't bring my bike, so I won't be able to get a bike in. Obviously I don't have any pool over there I can swim in, and it's gonna be like 10 degrees, so there's gonna be no swim that's happening. But I'm hoping for one more run and at least one more lift. You hate on week 3 of the training program to have like a slow week, but it's been a really good 3 days. There's been 4 workouts in the last 3 days. I'm hoping to get 2 more in, make it 6 workouts on the week. So it's a lighter week, but not, I mean, it's not death, you know what I mean? And like I said, other things have to come before triathlon training sometimes. So that is all we got for you today. Hopefully I see you Friday morning going for a run, but we'll see. Like I said, we're gonna have to play it by ear and when I have time for what. But all in all, we are better today than we were yesterday. We'll be better tomorrow than we are today. Good shit, team. All right, Friday, November 28th. Today's day 5 of week 3. As I just said, I didn't expect to get a workout in yesterday, and it didn't happen, but I ate enough turkey and I drank enough beer to make up for any workout I've done all week, so I really need something today. Now, this 8-mile run I thought was kind of gonna be a breeze, even though this will be the longest distance I've run. It's low 50s right now, overcast, no sun. I mean, it's perfect conditions for a long run. That being said, it's much more hills in Amarillo, where we're at right now, compared to Dallas, and I'm already feeling that. Combined with the fact that it is 50 degrees outside, I feel like breathing that cold air is something you have to get accustomed to. It sounds dumb, but it almost stings your lungs if you're not used to it. And I find I go through this every single year. When I start running in the winter, it takes me a minute to kind of get adjusted to that cold weather, and just for my lungs to feel good sucking in cold air over and over again. I apologize, I'm dead out of breath right now, but that's what we got right now, a good 8 miles. So this will be the longest run yet in a training plan. And with that being the case, that's already the goal. I don't need to put anything on top of that. The biggest goal right now is just get the miles in. I need to be able to do 8 miles consistently, because it's gonna start coming up more and more. And so that's the biggest goal right now, is just get it done. Later on, I mean, next time we run 8 miles, then I'll be trying to look at pace, be a little bit faster, get some intervals going, things like that, and try and get my speed up. But this early on in the training plan, the biggest thing is just get the mileage up. And so that's what we're doing today. So the longest run by 2 miles in the training plan so far. So now I'm gonna let you guys go, because I can't run and talk at the same time. I'm sure we'll see you in a couple miles, because I'm not even a mile in right now and I'm already breathing and talking like this. So it might be a long 8 miles. We'll see you guys in a bit. All right, we're just over 3 miles in, and this wind is brutal, dude. Like, I'm sure y'all can see and hopefully hear, this wind is absolutely insane. I just ran up this hill into this wind, and I was just like at a standstill almost the whole time. I mean, running into this wind is almost the same as running uphill. It's brutal. So, quick walk break. We're gonna keep moving here, and we'll turn around in less than a mile. So we're slowly but steadily chipping away at this thing, you know? All right. See you guys here in a little bit. Look at this, dude. Look what we found. This was a perfect little running trail. Kind of just in the trees enough to where we're out of the wind. I'm almost to the turnaround point. And so once I turn around, I'll probably be back into the wind a little bit, but then I'll be with it most of the way back to the house. So I'm glad to get that done on the way out, and then the way back in, we'll just be cruising. I'm gonna enjoy this trail as long as I can. Well, we're still running through this little nature preserve, and all of the trails in this nature preserve, they're all kind of centralized around this windmill. Like, that's where every single trail goes to. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm close enough, I can make it to that windmill. Let's see what all this hype is about. And I see it, I'm pulling up on it right now. And just because everything was going to the windmill, I was like, this thing, it's gotta be a monster windmill, some super old, super impressive thing. You know what I mean? Like, I was ready to have my mind blown at this windmill. That's it. Not to say I'm disappointed, you know what I mean? It's a pretty cool windmill, and it looks old, but I don't know. Am I being a dick? Like, am I being an asshole for getting my hopes up a little bit higher than that? I can't tell. It's a cool windmill, I like it. I'd run back to this windmill all the time if I lived here. It's just when you name all your trails, windmill trail and whatever else, I feel like I expected a bigger windmill, but that's pretty cool. And this sign read my mind. It says, danger, do not climb windmill, and don't drink this water. Fair enough. I was probably gonna do both of those, so hey, good thing for signs, right? Hell yeah, signs. All right, we're gonna turn around, head back. We'll see you at the end of the run. I'm done taking videos because this is kind of the most scenic part right here. And I'm about 5 miles in right now. Average pace, let's check it real quick. It's been slow. Yeah, it's just over 10-minute miles. Like I said, it's been a bit slower. It's 10 almost exactly right now, so it's time to get moving. I'm gonna try and bring that down a little bit on the way back. I'll have the wind with me. I'll be going down that hill where I took that video. Downhill, wind to the back. I feel like I could be flying right there, so try and make it a little bit faster on the way back. But yeah, I think this will be the last video, and we'll just see you guys at the end. Woo! Let's go get her done. All right, well, somehow I did math wrong. So I'm not ending the run where I started the run. I'm going to a different place to end the run. And I was trying to do math to figure out what my turnaround point needs to be to end at the second house and be at 8 miles. I did math wrong by a little over a mile. So I'm actually almost 9 miles in right now. And we've somehow turned back into the wind. And it just makes no sense, you know? The wind's not supposed to be blowing this way, but I'm running directly into the wind again. I don't know how it happened, but whew, we'll walk it out. I see my turn right up there. One more hill to go and we're there, so not even a quarter mile left. We'll end a little over 9 miles. Then I'll throw up a Strava on the pace and everything, so you guys can see exactly what I did. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later, but right now, I just need to focus on getting this run done because the last mile is hurting me bad, especially running into the wind like this. Sucks. All right, but all in all, we are better today than we were yesterday. We'll be better tomorrow than we are today. Good shit, team. All right, last but not least, we have the 9.25 mile run, which is exactly what it turned into. It was 9.25 instead of 8 miles. Why did that happen? I'm just terrible at math. And as you can see from the map here, I started at one point, ran out, and then ran back to a separate point. And for some reason, I thought this point was much, much closer than it actually was. And so I was just oxygen deficient and being dumb halfway through a run, which caused me to run an extra 1.25 miles than I wanted to. But all in all, it took an hour and a half, 9:53 minute miles. Not upset about that, honestly. Like I said, the biggest thing today was just getting the miles under my feet. You can see here on the left side, my splits. 8:36 was a very fast mile, 9:07, 8:43, 3 very solid miles. I'm happy with this pace. I kind of wish this was the case later on in the run. You can see a 9:02 here at mile 8. That's really not bad. But other than that, I never really stiff sub my 9-minute miles again. So ideally, I would like to have this pace be very similar at the beginning of the run as it is at the end of the run. Now, this 13-minute mile, you can see down here, this 13-minute mile, this is exactly where that wind was, where I was running up that hill directly into the wind when I took that second video. So this was I just had absolutely no chance at running a sub 10-minute mile on that. That brutalized me. It was just brutal. But beyond that, I'm very, very happy with the run. You can see all the walk breaks I took, when I took them, and how long I took them for. For the most part, while I was running, I was really running an 8:20, 8:30 minute mile. You can see I dip into even 6 minute mile there for a second. But for the most part, my running pace is really positive, hovering around 8 minutes. Very happy with it. With the walk breaks, I average 10-minute miles, and that's a very, very positive run today. I hate that I'm using the Strava map instead of the Garmin, but my Garmin watch died, so I couldn't use Garmin for the last one. Now, all that being said, this is the last workout that I got in this week. Stayed with the family on Saturday, drove 5 hours home on Sunday, and did not end up getting another workout in. So however disappointing that may be, I got 5 workouts in on Thanksgiving week when I was traveling and out of town. So, it is what it is. I'm happy with what I got in. It's a good week 3. It's still early enough on to where it's not going to kill me, but I need some better weeks moving forward. Now, that will be it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all have a good day. We are better today than we were yesterday, and we'll be better tomorrow than we are today. Good shit, team.